right, looks like it might just be me today. We're going to start here, then move our band. We're just going to start with nice, calming breaths. Why, hello.
Well, how are you?
Good, how are you? We have a band, a kettlebell, and a bow suit. Make sure you get clean. Just seated twist, reaching towards the opposite foot. A nice gentle stretch on that side of our leg. All right, then we're going to roll it back onto our back. Bring our feet up to tabletop position, making sure our lower back is gently pressed against the ground. Engage our total set of core muscles, slowly alternating side to side, dropping the foot down to the ground. Keeping that mind to core connection as you motivate to breathe. Engage that core. Waking up those core muscles right now. And we're going to place both feet down on the ground. We're going to reach our hands towards our heels, really focusing on using those core muscles. Same rib cage to hip bone. And then we're going to bring those legs all the way up in the air and just a tiny lift, trying to bring those feet to the ceiling. A little reverse crunch. Down, give yourself a little full body stretch, reaching long, fingers to the toes. And then we're going to go back to the beginning. This time to be a little extra challenge. Do both feet dropping down to the ground, or you can't talk. Stick with a single leg dropping down. Remembering to keep that lower back gently dropping the ground. Pelvis is staying stable. Lower rib cage is in line with those hip bones. Just the core doing the work. It's not the hip flexors doing the work. Find your hip flexors are getting involved. Take a little bit. You start putting that focus back into those core muscles. How's such a simple movement being so challenging? Over 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Link both those feet down on the ground, reaching towards those heels with that crunch. Just try to lift those shoulder blades up off the ground. They may not get super high off the ground. It doesn't really matter. Just try to lift them up. Only those core muscles. Got 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leg up into the air. Trying to lift that tailbone just a little bit off the mat as press those feet up towards the, really getting those lower abdominal muscles. Bench. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, get some time. Full body stretch, reaching one, fingers, lips, toes. And I'm gonna roll this way, stay facing that way. Gonna bring it all the way up into a plank to a downward dog. Pressing those heels down into the ground, head bones up towards the heel, head between your elbows. Trying to nice triangle. Heels may not touch the ground, but they're at least going in that direction. And bring one knee in into pigeon, pulling it across, feeling a nice stretch in your glute. You can stay here on your hand, or you can go down your elbow, or flat out on the ground. You pick. All our good variations. Oh, I'll just stay here for a while. Bringing it back up to the plank, switching sides, bringing that other knee through. Oh, I know this side for me just needs a whole lot of stretching or something. Again, on your hands, on your elbows, flat out on the floor, wherever your flexibility is gonna let you go today. Breathing into it, maybe as you breathe, you'll be able to go a little bit further. Right, we're gonna shift back into plank, into downward dog one more time. Here. Just a nice stretch And then Juliana, we have a Bosu ball and a fairly heavy kettlebell. So. Bosu ball will be completely optional because it's definitely going to. Oh, that way. Definitely going to make the exercise harder. Show you here what we're gonna do with it. So for this first little bit, just gonna flip the Bosu ball over. So this is gonna add a little extra balance challenge here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put your hands on, excuse me, on the outside of your Bosu ball, and you can do this with the mat under your feet, or if that's not comfortable to you, or you're worried about it slipping away, then just do this on the floor. We're gonna do a mountain climber for 20. So here's 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Go ahead, stand up. You should be in a pretty good position to stand up right there. Grab your kettlebell. I just gotta step back a little. Grab your kettlebell. Use the mirror to check your posture. We're gonna work on our hinging. So grab that kettlebell, lifting it up, keeping that back nice and flat. A little deadlift right here. And 10. When you get to 10, you might not be at the exact same count that I am. You might be a smidgen ahead of me. We will go back to that Bosu again. If your mat is in the way or you feel like it's slipping at all, just go ahead and set it aside. Bosu is optional. Placing your hand on that Bosu, we're going to go for 20 mountain climbers. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Go ahead, bring that back up to standing. Take our time, walk on over to our kettlebell. You could be going a little bit heavier with your kettlebell or lighter, doesn't challenge yourself a little bit today. But what we want to practice is that really good hinge. So you're in the gym here, you can use the mirrors to check your posture and your core to make sure that that hinge is happening all in the hips, not happening at all in the lower back. Seven, 8, 9, and 10. Guys, carefully set down that kettlebell. We're not just gonna use Bosu for one thing. I just want to be fair to Bosu, you know. So I'm just gonna move my Bosu over here. You can leave yours wherever it is. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm on the screen yet, you know. So what we're gonna do, have a seat on top of your Bosu. You can also do this on the ground. You don't have to do this. This just adds a little extra balance challenge. The Bosu is really nice for sitting back into, especially if your tailbone likes to dig into the ground at all, like mine. This gives a nice, like, soft cushion here. We're gonna bring our hands behind our head. We're gonna alternate side to side, trying to stay nice and stable. We're gonna wanna tip to the side, and that's the little added challenge here of sitting on the Bosu. Fifteen, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very nice. Bringing it back up, because we just, might as well use that kettlebell while we have it out here. Again, using the mirror to check our posture, making sure that we're staying nice and stable. We are going to go for 10 kettlebell swings. So we're probably all going to get done at different times because we have different weights and different ways that we swing. So 10 kettlebell swings. Again, checking that posture, that kettlebell comes between your upper legs as you swing forward. When you stand up, you should be nice and tall. You should not be leaned back. Your core is engaged. Just like keep going. You get to 10, go ahead, bring it back to your Bosu. Have a seat on that uneven surface. Don't fall off. Hazards of the Bosu. Nice and slow and controlled, bringing those hands behind your head, twisting to the side, really getting those sides of those core muscles, those obliques. There's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very nice. Bringing that back up, standing, finding your kettlebell. Again, using the mirror to check the posture. You should take good practice at that hinge. So this is really putting that hinge into action. You're going to just do 10. All get down at different times. Let's start. Did you feel that in the backside? You didn't have to do very many of them, that's sure. All right, with your Bosu ball, either on your mat or on the ground. Bench. You're gonna practice stepping onto some uneven ground. So stepping forward into a front lunge. You're stepping onto that uneven surface. So you have to use your ankle, you have to use your core, everything kind of has to engage to keep you balanced. There's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20. Very nice. Keeping that bow suit down on the ground. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go into the plank. You're gonna walk over your bow suit down to the other side. Walk over your bow suit down to the other side. I'm just gonna time this one because I'm not really concerned with how many you do, because they're a little bit more challenging. You got that uneven surface, so using your core the entire time, trying to keep everything nice and stable and level. Five, four, three, two, and one. Carefully bring yourself back up to standing. You have the bow suit right in front of you to assist you if you need it. Go through that front step onto the bow suit, front lunge. Fifteen, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very carefully bringing yourself back down to the ground, starting on either side of the bow suit. Again, you could just do this on the ground as well. You don't have to step over the bow suit with your hands. We're just going to time this for 45 seconds. Not really worried how fast you go. Feeling like a challenge, you could add a push-up at the top of the bow suit. You know, make it your own. We're almost there. We have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. You may stay down on the ground. Find your mat. Put that ball out of the way there. Put Pat's feet on my mat. I'm going to grab my band. I'm just going to loop it over one of my feet, bringing that foot way up, using that band for a little assistance. I'm just going to start with the feet up and down. Oh, hazards of the ground. You're done with that up and down. You can switch to going side to side. Be careful with the band. You're going from side to side. You're going to feel a nice stretch on the inside and the outside of your hip. Try to keep your hips down on the ground. As you go to the outside, don't let yourself like roll over. Otherwise, you start getting into our lower back. And I'm not a chiropractor, so I'm not here to adjust anymore. And bringing both feet up, both feet in the band for a second. Oh, no, my feet is stopping. Gently pulling those legs down towards you, doing a nice stretch to the back of your legs. And then pulling that opposite leg out, starting with it up and down on the other side now. Take that leg across the body. And trying to keep that hip down on the rhythm. Oh, very nice. Feeling all sorts of loose, hopefully. Or at least getting better. Go ahead. Actually, I can show you something funny with the band here. Don't worry, it won't like hurt anything. So I would take the band. What you can do is you can put it around your lower rib cage right here. Kind of reach up. It's not really for exercise purposes. Okay. The purpose here, so we'll do a bridge, is to see if you can feel your breath into your back. Can you breathe into that back lung space as you rise up into that bridge? Again, totally awesome. You don't have to do this. I literally just thought of it just now. I was doing it, so. Keep going with that bridge, but let's alternate side to side. Picking up my knee. Getting some of those side muscles involved, keeping those hips nice and stable. Your arms are getting tired. Don't feel like you have to keep doing the band. Or if you feel like you need your elbows down on the ground, especially when we're doing single leg. Then let's put those feet up just a little bit further. We're gonna recruit a little more hamstring this time into that bridge as we rise up. So the feet just go a little longer. And the longer you put those feet out, the more power to you. But feeling it a little bit more in those hamstrings. Take 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Head, put one ankle over the opposite knee, reaching through, feeling a nice stretch. Like you need more stretch, you can reach through all the way to your shin. You can do what you gotta do. It's not gym on right now. What in the world? And switching back. one last little roll up, reaching for our toes. As always, continue to stretch, exercise, lift, go do cardio, whatever you want to do after this. But just like that, we used up our half an hour.